cut this out, and this is a piece of candy cane. I drew it at first and then I cut it out. So I added some white pieces of paper and I just cut it out to make it some details on top. So I started with my piece of paper again. So we're gonna flip it, and then I'm gonna get some tape and I'm gonna put it on there. And this one gonna be a lollipop. So I'm gonna get some of my tape and I'm gonna put it on there. So hold on. So here's my tape. I'm gonna take a piece. You don't need that much. So I'm gonna just do like the edges. I'm gonna put some here, right there, and I'm gonna get some more. I'm gonna put one right here. I'm gonna add one there, and then we're gonna cut this out. So here we go. We're gonna cut this out. Make sure it's nice and neat. We're gonna cut this out real good. Hopefully you can see it, what I'm doing. Make sure you focus on it. You also could print this out at a library, or if you have a printer, you could print this stuff out. So I'm going to do half of this. So I'm going to do half of that. Then I'm going to make it go down because this is going to be a sucker. Let me make sure I'm doing this right. Cut it a little more. Then I'm going to go down with it. Let me make sure I'm doing it right, y'all. So I check this side to make sure I'm doing it right. Then I'm going to turn it back over again. Then I'm going to make it go long ways. So I'm going down. Y'all can see, going down with it. Make sure you don't go all the way down though. So we're going to make it go round like this. Keep it like that. Start at the top again, then down to the bottom, because I made a mistake, and you'll see in a few minutes. Make sure you're trimming it right. See, I would have started from the top again because it came out a little crooked at the bottom when I started from the bottom up and round. So go from the top and then round and then down. And then we're going to make it go back round. Sorry if that sounds a bit confusing, but if you understand, then you'll see what I'm talking about. But just do what I say and you'll see. Make it go back round again. It's okay if you cut your tape. There we go. And here's the lollipop. And we're going to add ribbon on this part. It's going to be cute. It's a little messed up, but it's okay. But I would have went back around the other way. Back the other way. And then make it go back down. So I'm going to fix it right for y'all. So take this little piece and cut it back around like that to make it perfect again. And here's your lollipop. So I added the details on the stem part of the lollipop, and I just cut those out with some white pieces of paper as well. And I added the ribbon. So here's the house that I drew out. It's a gingerbread house. And I added all this. I drew it out myself with my hands. And then I'm going to add this to the back of a piece of adhesive felt sheet because I couldn't find no adhesive foam sheets. I would recommend felt fabric because it'll last longer. So I'm gonna open this up for y'all to let y'all see how with this paper it probably wouldn't last that long, so I will use that. Cut it open real quick. And we're gonna get our brown one. I don't want to open it too much. So we're gonna take our brown one, the lightest brown, because I want it to be light brown. You could do dark brown, whatever color you want. Put that to the side. So we're going to take this and we're going to turn it over to the back side and put the house on top of this. Like this. Put it on top like that. And we're going to add our tape. So we're going to take our tape again and add that to the back of this. We'll add it like that. Hopefully you can see it. I'm going to push y'all up real quick. So we're going to So now I'm going to add it on top. Make sure it's not too close to the edges so you can have some room to cut. And make sure it's down neat as possible. And that's how it look. And I'm going to start cutting. So this how it turned out. And that's how it looks. So at this point, I'm making a gingerbread house. I haven't glued anything on yet, but I just used like some fabric that I had already for the windows, and I used some of that white paper again that I used earlier, and I used the pink paper as well, and I just did this with this zag ribbon that I have and some regular white ribbon, and I did both of the windows like that as well. And I also did that for the door as well and just put a little button. And I cut the bricks out and just made them like little squares and triangles. Not triangles, rectangles. And I cut my snow out with that white piece of paper. And I also cut this out earlier as y'all seen in the video. So I'm just cutting this out around this window. And I'm just using this for my background. For the donut, I used that dark brown felt piece of paper that I had earlier. And I cut some shapes out with the blue paper and made it look like sprinkles. And I added the pink topping with the pink paper as well. Again, with my gingerbread men that I put all together. Here's all my gingerbread men. And so I'm going to be adding this zag ribbon. And I'm going to be gluing it around like I did the other one. So I'm going to start from the arms, and I'm going to put some hot glue on the zag ribbon, like starting from here. Hopefully you can see. Starting from here, we're going to put a little bit, not too much, and make sure you're not burning your hand as well. Put that down, and put it down like that. Just add it like that. And then you're going to continue to do that, and we're going to wrap it around. So let me add a little more. Make sure you measuring how far it goes too, because it'll mess the whole thing up. And I'm putting some more glue on. Making sure you're not burning yourself as well. And when I wrap it, I'm going to wrap it like this. Let me let this dry a little bit. So now I'm going to add it around this part. Make sure you're measuring it. Let me turn him around. Remember, I add the glue. Make sure you're keeping it measured though. And with this, you're just going to take it around like that. See? Making sure I'm putting it right now. So it's hard for this edge to go around because the way the ribbon made, but yep. And then you're going to continue to keep doing that around his head as well. Measuring it out. And make it go around again. You're going to keep adding your glue and make sure you're measuring it. So these are the gingerbread men that I just made at the moment. And I made this bow. So I'm going to show you how I made the bow when I do the girls, because I was just learning how to make them again. Before you start your bow, you're going to have bow ends. You're going to fold them. And then you're going to put a little glue at the end of the part that's already open. And then you're going to start pinching your bow like I'm doing. You're going to keep pinching it until you get that perfect bow. Then you're going to get your gold ribbon or whatever color ribbon you want. Start wrapping it in the middle. Then I'm going to get my hot glue. Then I'm going to pinch it with the tip of my hand. Then add some glue. Make sure you're not burning yourself with it though. Then you're going to add your gold ribbon in the middle. You're going to continue to keep wrapping it like 2 or 3 times. However many times you want, but 2 or 3 times. And then I'll show you how the rest look at the end. And here's my perfect bow. And we're going to add it to our gingerbread man or lady. And we're going to add this at the top of her head. So here's all of them. My gingerbread people, the gingerbread house, the lollipop, donut is my favorite, and the candy cane, and the gingerbread lady and me. And it's all of them. And I have some over here, but that's all of them. So here I laid everything out on the floor so I could see how everything is going to be mapped out. And I was measuring as I went, and I measured my ribbon, and I used that white ribbon that I had earlier and added the ribbon at the back.